Heidi ho there, my crafty friends. How are you today? I hope you're doing well. So today I thought we would take and add the little piece that we made in our last video to our journal. So I took yesterday and I created the little journal. So I added a few more markings to the cover, to the front and the back. I colored in that little butterfly that was there, and I added some more markings to the back of the journal there. And then I discovered when I painted it upside down. Oh well. And then for the binding here on the spine, and I need to put a little bit of glue right here, I used some fabric that was, it's a really fun fabric. It's kind of a tie-dye. It looks like this. And it's a really fun yellow color, and it's got like this sunflower in here. It's one of my favorites, and you can get this packet at Walmart, and it comes in this fun yellow, and I think there's a purple and a couple of other colors. And then that little piece that I created here, I painted this right here with a piece of the wet wipe that I was using, where I had wiped off my hands. And then I just took my pens and I made it look like a flower, and I wrote on it, and that was my book cover. And this is just a little art journal. It's not going to be anything formal or anything like that. It's just for me, just things that I create in. So, you know, I'm not going to be that concerned about, you know, how formal it looks. So I'm going to put a little bit more glue right here. So I took on the inside, I put a strip of fabric that I like right here, and I attached it to this first page because I want to tie in these colors to this first page. And I did that over here in the back also. Ooh, that glue. I need to do that glue. And where's that piece back here that needs a little more glue? Okay, I need my tip here to get in there. And then I made sure that it dried well overnight. Before I touched it. I didn't touch it overnight. I just let it sit. Hold on here. Let me get this glued down all the way. There we go. So that I knew it was how I wanted it to go. Okay. There we go. And then I added markings here to the front also. So today, I think I'm going to add this page here in the second signature. I'm going to add it to this page. And this is a tea-dyed page. Do I want to add it there? Now, I think I'm going to add it here to the first signature, because I have plans for that second one. And these are tea-dyed pages. I think I'm going to add it to this one. And I want this stamped piece to show up here at the top. So I'm going to make sure that when I tear it, that's wide enough to show at the top. And that's roughly right there. Now this is just, you know, it's just glued down on packing paper. And it's just old book pages, see, like that. And some of them are just going to have to be glued down again. And whoops. And I have not used this in a long time. so I don't have my cap on all the way. There we go. Whoops. Good heavens. Come on, Lori. I think I need my bigger one. So let's get this torn here. All right, so I want this piece to go across the top there. And I want this scruffly piece to come down this side. Now, how big of a piece? And he is just having a tissy this morning. I don't know what is getting him all riled up. We saw a puppy being walked earlier when we were out. I had him out for their potty time, and she's not out. She went home, and I don't know what. He can't see, so I don't know what he thinks he sees, but it's not the puppy because she's not there. All right, and this page will get inked before we glue any of this down. And I think this here, where this stamp is, I want some of it maybe at the bottom. I wonder if I can get it to show. Yeah, if I tear it down, I think I can. Okay. Okay. And that piece will go over there. Yeah, that'll work. All right. All right, so it's going to sit like that. Now, everything, I'm going to ink everything up here before I put it down. So, what have you guys been up to the last couple of days? I hope you guys had a great weekend. And I noticed when I looked on my page that I forgot to put a little thumbnail, that little picture that you see of the last video that I posted. That would have been of creating that, and I'm so sorry. I will correct that. So if you haven't seen it, I will correct that today. Sometimes I post them at night, and I created that last, I think, Friday or so. When I do things on Fridays before, you know, spending time with my hubby. No, I did it on Saturday. I forget to do that because he'll come in from the garage or something and say, "Hey, let's go eat." And then I forget to take the picture, and I forget, you know, to do that because I'll say, "Sure, let's go. Let me get cleaned up and let's go." And then he'll say, "Well, wait, I got to go take my shower." And it's just like, ugh. And then I forget to do things like that. So it's like, oh my gosh. All right. So let's see here. So we know we want that one there, right? Yeah. And we know, oops, that one's going the wrong way. And we know we want that one Does that one go there, or does it go on a side? Does it go on a side? let's go on and get this one down. Okay, so let's get that straightened. So anything that, you know, sticks out of this page, I can ink up too. So now I know this page is going here. So I know some of this, most of this page is going to get inked up. So I have some exciting news. So and I know if you haven't, you know, ever had knee problems, it's probably not very exciting, but I'm finally able to walk up and down steps. Yay! I was so excited that I was able to do that. We have, you know, basement steps. Okay, let's make sure I don't glue that to the other page. You know, and not do the one step at a time. I still have to be careful, but I think I want this one. But I want it to go under here. Maybe turn it this way. I still have to be really careful, but I don't know. This piece goes over here because it's longer. I still have to be really careful, but I don't have to. We have 12 steps going down to the basement. So, oops. I can go down them like, you know, like a normal person, which, you know, was really exciting. But boy, oh boy, I can feel it. I can feel it pull. And I can come up them. I can come up 10 of them. You know, like what I call a normal person. The bottom one, the handrail stops before the bottom two. That's just the way the handrail is. It's like there's nowhere for the handrail to go. So, okay, let's pull that and give it some, there we go, that's good. Okay, so now let's ink that edge of that before we put our page on there. Yeah, let's go like this here. Make sure it's stuck down well. So that was exciting. That's my exciting news for the week. I know you're all as excited for me as I am. Okay, so I missed a corner up here. I know you all are. There we go. On this journey back. Oh, I like that. I like that. Now, I think I want something else underneath there to lighten this up. So, I have this one out, which I think is too light. I wanted to put, you know, something like this underneath it. but I think it's too white, you know, too white. So let me move this over here. So, and it doesn't have to go all the way down, but I would like it to. Now, where's the other piece I was playing with? Here it is, this piece. This was the other piece. It's smaller, and it wouldn't cover up everything I just wanted. So I played with this one a little bit. And I think now that I've got it all inked, I'm thinking I like this one better. Yeah, I think I like this one better. Now that it's all inked and I can see it. Well, nope, see, I don't want it that dark. Okay. Let's go with that smaller one. It still has a little bit of, let's see, I do like that too. But I have one of these that looks like a butterfly. That is shaped like a butterfly. And I looked for it and I couldn't find it. Is that it? No. That's not it. Okay. Well, if I find it, I want to put it or something right there. Because I think something is needed down here on the bottom. And I liked that, but that's a little bit too plain. Okay, so let's get that little piece of lace there. So let's get it cut and then we'll glue it. Now that might not be bad in there. No, I don't like that. Now it might be up in that other little box, but let's get, oops. Let's get this measured. Let's get this measured and we'll get this glued on. Okay. I don't want that. Okay. If you're going to sit there, make sure you all can see this sideways. Okay, I want it to go like that, just like that. Okay. Okay, there's the top part. Oops, don't go scooting over there. And Okay. Yeah, okay, so let's get this glued down. Let's make sure we get some glue over here. Okay, I think I'll take that off and do it that way. Okay, now I will show you again the book that inspired me for this little piece here, for this project. Let me get this down here. Make sure we get this down. And I will make sure that I put the picture of this, the little snapshot of this, so that you guys can see that. Okay, so there it is. There's my finished project for that one. And if you want to see where I got it from, that's my finished project right there. And my inspiration came from this magazine. It is the Art Journaling magazine, the July, August, and September of this year. It's volume 17, issue 3. That is the cover. And I will add in the description box of this this little piece right here, the little piece. I will add where you can go online to get it, and I'll show you the two pieces that I combined to create it. Let me see if I can find it here. Now, the person that is responsible for my inspiration is Emily Keller. Right there. There's her name, Emily Keller. She's on page, her creations start on page 46. And she is a lovely artist. She's very creative. And the two items that I combined are this one and this one. Now, I did not use that picture, but what I used just very little of from this one was a little piece of the down here. I used this little piece of, let me take this over here. She had writing on tissue paper, and I loved the idea of writing on tissue paper. So I had to find a way to, I don't have tissue paper with writing on it. So as you'll see in my project, I have writing on tissue paper. So in the previous video, I show you how I did that. And I used, oops, and I tell you that I used these rub-ons. And how I did that. So, as I said, I will link this magazine in Stampington.com in the previous video for you. And then this up here is the main project that I use. Now, I changed it, of course. I don't have sewing, and I added more gold. I don't have the fabric over here. But I do have these things. I do have the book page. but I added so much more than what she has. And as you can see, she still has the writing down here across the bottom. She has the writing on the tissue paper, and I really wanted that, and I had to figure out a way how to get that because I don't have writing on tissue paper. So if you would like to create something like we just did, then you can get your magazine and you can do that, or you can follow my video that I posted. And I also used different background pages than she did. I'm not sure what she used. It looks like she just used cardstock or something like that. I'm not sure what she used. I just used an old book page, 2 old book pages that I glued together. I'm not sure what she used. So, but this is my completed video right here for today and my completed project. And I hope that you enjoyed it, and I hope that you create one. And if you don't use something like this, or you don't have something like this, use what you have. Get in your stash, get in your magazines, see if you can find a picture of a butterfly. I'm sure you have a picture of a butterfly. Someplace you have a butterfly. I know you do. Do you have a butterfly from a magazine? Do you have a butterfly in a children's book? Do you have a butterfly in a floral book? I know you do, because we have used floral books and butterfly books for years. So I know you have that. Do you have a butterfly stamp? If you do, stamp your butterfly on mixed media paper and color it in with colored pencils, color it in with inks, color it in with your watercolor paints, or just stamp it in whatever color that you want, or leave it black and white and do what I did and just create your mixed media background. So until I see you again in our next video, ta-ta for now.